Happy New Year! We're in 2025. So if you're watching this from the future, comment how 2025 went. I'm not sure I want to know. I'm not sure I want to know. You know, I made a resolution that I would go to the gym, lose a bit of weight, feel good about myself, look a bit better, and promptly broke my toe. So if that doesn't tell you everything, or tell me everything, I don't know what will. Hello wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sttvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Now if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where you learn how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Now in my last video of 2024 I made a promise to you, and that promise was that I was going to go from the old video of BTS Acapella singing to a new one that was made for me by a lovely person called Erame. I hope I'm saying your name right, Erame, but we're going with Erame. Now Erame made another compilation which is apparently full of more modern clips. I haven't looked at any of them yet, but we're going to just jump right in and go and take a look at it. Please, if you get a second, go and watch Erame's video. I'll link it down below. Show them some love. I know how much effort it takes to put these kind of videos together and editing and all that kind of nonsense and jazz. So go show them some love. Anyway, let's just crack on. Oh, I should say this is going to be like a 4-parter as well, because this is another 20-minute video. Erame was not messing around. Erame was like, you're going to get all of the vocals. Okay.
Don't leave me I know when the kimi wa boku no koto Tatoe do na ame no tarate mo Tatoe do na yame ni kasarate mo.
Now, this is classic head voice. It's not falsetto because it has a lot of resonance off of it. Falsetto is a different type of thing. It's where your vocal folds kind of separate at the back. It's airier, it's lighter. You can't really make it that pointed. There was little bits that were maybe straying into falsetto, because on a male voice the temptation is to do that instead of head, whereas female voices tend to go all the way up through their head voice and very rarely hit falsetto. They're almost the opposites. Lovely though, very clean. I have no idea what they're singing. The crowd drowning them out is just hilarious. That it must be really jarring to be a member of BTS and be on stage and have that many people like screaming at you. It's wild. Okay, I am nothing if not real. I did not really enjoy that harmony. I think there needed to be like a third one in there to balance that out. There was a dissonance, which isn't always a bad thing. Like Fleetwood Mac used a lot of dissonance, and so did ABBA. But it sounded a little bit strange to me. But beautifully executed. The tonal quality I can't complain about or anything. And it also just goes to show that they're doing it live and off the cuff. So I have to give them their flowers for that. Who is the one that's going, ah? That is oral twang. I don't even know if that's a member of BTS or the person filming is making that noise. I have no idea. I'm really enjoying this though, because from the first video we heard a lot of JK, because he just never stops singing. I think he just wakes up and he's like, morning. But we're seeing a lot more folk singing now. Jin's been in both of these clips, and I feel like Jin is very underrepresented. I could be wrong, but you don't see as much of Jin. He's got a really powerful voice. I really like that when he goes into a more kind of strained place, be that pitch or power, he puts us all into it, and you can see it in his face. It's quite explosive. All these movements just kind of come suddenly. It's very, very cool.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Really lovely stuff from Jin here. That is a mixy belt. You're probably having a bit of cricoid cartilage tilt there in order to facilitate such a big sound. It doesn't seem to bother him too much. It's very, very well balanced too, which is why I would say it's probably more of a mix than a belt. Some people would say you can't do them both at the same time, but I feel like everything is a spectrum in vocals, and it's sitting somewhere between the two for me. What also is interesting is J-Hope's voice in here. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Like, his voice is super low. I don't know if I have heard him singing that low. Maybe I have before, but it took me by surprise. Really nice, rich tone.
너의 노랫소리가 한 걸음씩 두 걸음씩 붉은 아침을 데려와 새벽은 지나가고 저 달의 잠에 들면 함께했던 푸른 빛이 사라져.
So I didn't recognize the song, but I have said it before and I will say it again. I would like an album of lullabies from V. I think it would be a smash hit. I noted in one of the previous videos that he had a little bit of an issue with like jumping from one vocal range to the other. So like his passaggio was quite stiff. His chest to head voice would be a little bit kind of clunky, if you like. It's a lot smoother in this video, and he is going from that down to da. That little smooth transition is much nicer. Very, very good. That Jen? Get your fringe out of the way.
She's always on my mind. Wanna give her the world and so much more. Who is my heart waiting for? Wanna give her the world and so much more. Who is my heart waiting for?
I don't know who that was. I think it was Jin. I'm going to say something that will make me very unpopular, but there was definitely some vocal audio editing on that. I'm not saying it had anything to do with pitch correction. I'm not saying it was that he was pulling the wool over anyone's eyes. He has a microphone in front of him. It could just be the settings that are on the microphone. It could be a little bit of reverb, but it felt compressed to me. There's certain frequency that the voice hits once it's like compressed down into a certain bandwidth, and if you hear it enough, it pops out to you. What I will say is that was absolutely gorgeous. I want to hear that song. I thought it was really well balanced. I thought it was soft and smooth. It had a bit of push into that higher place. The high note was absolutely gorgeous, very clear, very held into that like head voice into a kind of a more chesty delivery on the way down. Oh, I like that song. I feel like JK, but actually probably all of them, would be well suited to just like standing in a meadow with a lovely breeze passing through their very billowy clothes. as they sing lullabies and unicorns and bunnies and birds show up. It's just got that vibe. Do you know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Like, gorgeous. I can't really fault it. The clean tone was absolutely gorgeous. He never really has much in the way of like false chord constriction or texture, really. It's just a very pure, clean sound. JK down to the ground. Love it. That bit. There's something really pleasant about that diphthong. That's where you change from one vowel to the other. So, bow, that ah to oo. Oh, it just does things to me.
I just wanna blow your mind. 이렇게 너도 멀어져만 가는데 아무렇지 않은데 그렇게만 하는 게 사실은 너도 마음이 아프잖아.
I really like that. So that was RM and Jimin. It's funny when you see the rapper singing with the vocal unit, because I think the rappers all have very nice voices too. I think I've said this on their like solo stuff that I've reacted to. But you can definitely hear the years of training where one has gone for more of the rap style, which means you kind of focus on the way that your spoken voice sounds. It's a lot more of a colloquial kind of training. And then the ones that sing, and they go straight to that kind of vocal style, that attractor state where it's very smooth and performed and kind of tilted. Hearing them both together is just really funny. I like it. That was really short, but it might keep going on. But the classic V tone, which is a high note on a low larynx. So you just have to lower your larynx like this. If you want a really easy way to get into it, take a really deep breath, because your larynx will drop. So down it goes. Whereas actually that's See, when you lift the larynx, it sounds totally different, but they are the same notes. That is how you get that distinctive V sound. It can sacrifice a little bit of your control or your cleanliness. It has this kind of muddy kind of feeling, but you can hear it. The tone is just ah. Yee! I might just start doing that as I walk around. That'll be $2.99, please. Yee! Oh, I've gone mad. 2025 is not off to a good start, is it? If I'm this crazy already. I love that JK kind of stays in his higher range most of the time. I think he's probably happiest in his head voice. Either that, or he finds that the most kind of pleasing tone to sing. Maybe it's not the easiest thing for him, but it's the thing that he likes the sound of the most, because he is up there a lot. He really does like sitting in his head voice, and I love that for him.
Never met, but she's all I see at night. Never met, but she's always on my mind. Still behind the low. Never met, but she's all I see at night. Never met, but she's always on my mind. Who is my heart waiting for? Is she someone that I see every day? Is she somewhere 1,000 miles away?
Okay, so you can hear what Jimin has been focusing on, at least in this video, is creating a little bit more power behind his voice. I've often described his voice as very angelic, very pure, very light. It's like a really high larynx, but then it's very soft too. It's up there. In this, you can hear he's using a lot more oral twang, which creates a little barrier of air above your vocal folds, if you like. So it creates a bit more pushback on them. So it thickens them up, creates a more kind of dense, very pointed sound. It's the way that babies cry. They go, ah, like that. So what he's doing is he's adding in this oral twang into his ordinary singing style, and it's just boosting it. So instead of the da 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 da, which is what his voice would maybe sound like, or something similar, you get da 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 da. You get a lot more power off of it, and there's not a lot more effort going into it. You're not shouting, it just sounds a lot louder. I really like that. I like the explosive little plosives as well. He's using the starts of his phrases to build up a little bit of pressure in order to go bang. Very good. As if by magic, the very next video is him doing the really light, really quiet thing I was talking about. This is like to the next level, though. You're almost trying to hold your vocal folds open, push the air through, and let your articulators, your teeth and tongue, do the work. It's as soft as you possibly can. Whispering is not what is going on there, because whispering is a pitchless sound. It doesn't have a pitch, so you can't do that. It has to have some form of vibratory pattern going through it. So this is just air and your articulators making sense, and this is doing the very bare minimum in order to make a pitch. Hear the difference? A lot of people say people whisper when they sing, but that's not whispering. It's just very aspirate singing.
한번 스트로크 한번.
And baby, I don't wanna please me. Oh, baby,
Then you add in a ton of reverb and it sounds ethereal, ghostly almost. Try it. If you've got recording equipment at home, do a little bit of, I don't know, twinkle, twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And then add in an absolute ton of reverb. Maybe I'll do it in this video. Hold on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Anyway, we're up to 5 minutes, so we're going to go on to the next video to do the next 5 minutes. But if you like that reaction, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more from me, hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And anytime I have new content, you'll be the first to know. And also, don't forget to go and check out Arame's video. You made this video especially for me, and I so appreciate it. This is going to be lots of fun, I can already tell. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And I don't know how I'm going to buy this one. I guess I'll just say thank you so much for joining me, and bye bye. Should I add reverb? Bye bye. If I don't add reverb onto this, it's gonna seem so strange. So strange. Anyway, love you. Bye. Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, and don't break your toe.